Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. And Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father's true name, whom the world ignorantly calls God. And Yahushai is the name of the Heavenly Father's Son's true name, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Giving double honors unto the apostles who rule well and who taught me this truth, and shalom unto the sincere came around the world, teaching this truth in sincerity. And this message is for the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and all scattered Israelites around the world. And today I go into this hot topic here from, I think, NBC News, where the Trump is constructing an iron defense dome system in order to prevent any kind of ballistic missiles from striking the USA. And I'll go ahead straight and play this.
This might just look like rockets in the sky, but it's actually
This is fair use, fair use.
cutting-edge defense technology. In Israel, the system is called the Iron Dome. The country has relied on it to protect citizens from different attacks in the last decade. Put simply, the Iron Dome is an air defense system used to intercept projectile weapons. Since the Iron Dome was activated in Israel in 2011, the system has successfully thwarted attacks from militant groups and other countries. Quick history lesson. When did the Iron Dome get started in Israel and why?
Well, Israel has been threatened by its neighbors for a long time, and rocket attacks became more common, typically shorter range rockets.
Michael O'Hanlon, director of foreign policy research at the Brookings Institution, says while Israel's Iron Dome was developed after the 2006 war with Lebanon, the idea of missile defense systems goes back decades and is riddled with disagreement.
The debate goes back really to the 1960s.
We hope the use of missiles will never be necessary.
And back in that era, the superpowers, the U.S. and the Soviet Union, had concepts for interceptor missiles that were really ultimately seen as not very promising.
That debate continuing in the 1980s when President Ronald Reagan announced his intention to develop a national defense system that would make nuclear weapons obsolete. He called it the Strategic Defense Initiative, or Star Wars.
The real Star Wars, defense in space.
What if free people could live secure in the knowledge that their security did not rest upon the threat of instant U.S. retaliation to deter a Soviet attack, that we could intercept and destroy strategic ballistic missiles before they reached our own soil or that of our allies?
The plan ultimately failed due to the high cost on a national system that was not yet proven to work. Decades later, President Donald Trump is looking to build a new missile defense system for the U.S., what he's dubbed at times the Golden Dome.
Pleased to announce that we have officially selected an architecture for this state-of-the-art system that will deploy next-generation technologies across the land, sea, and space. And this design for the Golden Dome will integrate with our existing defense capabilities and should be fully operational before the end of my term.
So why now?
At the very basic level, of course, it's a responsibility of the government to protect its people. So from that very basic approach, that's why you would build missile defenses.
Robert Sufer was the former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Nuclear and Missile Defense Policy during President Donald Trump's first term. He says a missile defense system for the U.S. would not only be to protect the country, but also the country's allies. Experts say if the U.S. developed a dome of its own, the size of the country would make it substantially bigger than any such system known to be developed.
We need a system that can defend against longer range threats that are coming from North Korea, Russia, or China. If you want to carry out President Trump's goal for a next generation system to protect the entire homeland, you're going to have to increase that spending.
To some, making that investment is worth the result.
Defending the homeland is a top priority.
And that's the Iron Dome, simply explained.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.
So there you have it. This proud American Esau thinks that he can prevent the prophecies of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua from taking place, but this will not come to pass. This, even if they are able to complete this missile defense system, it won't prevent the prophecy of the total destruction of Babylon the Great or America. And so I go ahead and then read these following precepts from Isaiah chapter 55 verses 11, and it reads, "So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it." And so this is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua speaking, that whatever he intends to do will definitely come to pass. No one can prevent that. And going to the supporting precept from Second Ezra chapter 16 verses 1, and I read, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon, and Asia, woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Get up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children, be sorry, for your destruction is at hand," which is this thermonuclear destruction, a future one that's coming upon the whole world, especially the superpowers of today. And continuing, "A sword is sent. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? And a fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?" And the thermonuclear missiles too can be considered as plagues. And may any man drive away an hungry lamb in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it hath begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. This is again the thermonuclear missiles that once it's been shot, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will ensure that it reaches its target, and no man on this earth can stop this. And continuing, "The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?" Can't, certainly. Who is Esau? Thinks he can send these plagues away? No way. And fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? And he shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, and the foundation thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep. The waves of it are trouble, and the fishes thereof also. Before the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and before the glory of his power, which is, and when the thermonuclear destruction and the lasers from the chariots beat down Babylon to complete destruction, the whole earth will reel to and fro. The greatest earthquake ever known to mankind will be witnessed on the entire surface of the earth. And continuing, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss. When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth." And so here that Esau, these arrows, when they are shot, they shall never miss its target. And so whatever Iron Dome plan you have, well, you can try all you wanted to do it, but that final day, it won't achieve its purpose. The Lord of hosts will ensure those missiles will hit the target of Babylon the Great and completely destroy everything on that part of the continent, except for the hopeful elect that, or the elect that will be beamed up into the chariot safely before that destruction comes. And so I end today's lesson by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Basham, Yahushai, Basham, Kakadash, and Shalom unto the elect. Shalom.